What if I told you that the difference between where you are and where you want to be is a single painful decision that will define your life? Imagine waking up 10 years from now, looking back and realizing you let fear, doubt, and excuses win. How does that feel? But what if you didn't? What if you chose to fight? Today, we're diving into the untold story of a man who went from being broke, humiliated, and rejected to building an empire. This isn't a fairy tale, it's a roadmap. Are you ready to learn what it takes to meet Ethan? At 25, he was broke, unemployed, and drowning in rejection. He'd applied to 57 jobs and got turned down for every single one. People called him a loser, said he'd never amount to anything. His girlfriend left him, saying she needed someone with a future. But Ethan made a decision that night as he sat on that cold park bench. He wouldn't let rejection define him. He realized something powerful: every rejection was a lesson. Instead of crying over the door that slammed shut, he learned how to kick open the next one. Failure isn't the end, it's the training ground. Rejection hurts, but it's not fatal unless you let it be. Use it. Learn from it. Fight back. Ethan knew that his biggest enemy wasn't the world, it was himself. He was soft, weak, undisciplined. So he set a brutal routine. Every day he woke up at 4:30 a.m. He ran until his legs burned. He worked side jobs that barely paid, just to save up for his dream. It wasn't glamorous. It wasn't Instagram worthy, but it built something that no amount of money can buy: grit. Because here's the truth: life doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care if you're tired, if you're scared, or if you think it's unfair. Life rewards those who refuse to quit. You've been knocked down, but you're still breathing. What's stopping you from getting back up? Weakness is temporary. Regret? That lasts forever. Discipline is doing what you have to do, even when you don't want to. Ethan saved every dollar he could, skipping nights out and working on his side hustle. He spent 2 years living in a cramped apartment, eating the same meals every day. Was it hard? Absolutely. Did it pay off? More than he could have imagined. Because consistency beats talent every time. You don't need to be the smartest, fastest, or strongest. You just need to show up every single day and do the work. Success isn't a lightning strike. It's a slow, steady fire that you build one spark at a time. Keep stacking those wins, no matter how small they seem. At 30, Ethan finally had a chance to pitch his idea, a revolutionary software that no one believed in. He walked into that meeting with nothing but his research and his belief in himself. The investor looked him in the eye and said, "Why should I trust you? You've got no track record, no connections." Ethan didn't flinch. He replied, "Because I'm the only one willing to work harder for this than anyone else." That deal changed his life, but it wasn't handed to him. He earned it. Challenges are not obstacles, they are tests. The question is, will you pass or will you quit today? Ethan is worth $15 million. He owns multiple businesses, employs hundreds of people, and gives back to the community that once doubted him. But he doesn't forget where he started. He doesn't forget the nights he cried, the pain he felt, or the people who told him he'd never make it. And he'll tell you this success isn't about money. It's about becoming the kind of man who can't be broken. The kind of man who can look in the mirror and say, "I did it. I earned this." The question is, what about you? What's stopping you from becoming the man you're meant to be? Will you keep making excuses, or will you take that first step today? This is your fight, your story, and it's waiting for you to write the ending. Take one step today, just one. Wake up earlier, say no to distractions, and start building the life you've dreamed of. Because every empire starts with a single brick. Are you ready to lay yours? Subscribe for more stories that will light a fire inside you. And remember, every great man was once a beginner. Start today.